Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and I'm finally going to review the sequels that this guy on YouTube wanted me to review because I want to get it out of the way so I could, move on in February. And this is the third movie in the franchise, Kickboxer 3: The Art of War, a direct-to-video 1992 film. I have the DVD right here, so this is proof that I had to see it again. It's a top one. Now, I saw this movie a couple years ago. I bought it at a Pathmark when they used to be a Pathmark. It's okay. I don't think it's as good as the first two films. I just think it's kind of like it deviates from the franchise. It goes from a kickboxer movie at first, and then it's like an action, kind of generic action movie, and then at the end there's a kickboxing match. But there's not really a lot at stake here. It's just like David Sloan, played once again by Sasha Mitchell from the second one, and him and Dennis Chan, they go to Brazil and for vacation, and then there's like a fight tournament that he has to go to, and the fight tournament kind of becomes a like a secondary character in a way. It's like mainly it's a movie where they go to Brazil to stop this human trafficking of women in Brazil, that they take young girls and they try to sell them off to be drug mules or whatever. And that's pretty basically the darkest part of the movie. The villain is very generic. I forgot who the actor's name is. I think it was Noah Verdushko as Marcos. He's very lame. He's not threatening. He gets killed. I'm going to spoil this in case you haven't seen this movie, and not a lot of people have heard about it. But there's this Brazilian kid that he looks like a Mexican boy, and he pretty much kills him with a knife, like with a pocket knife, and that's it. Sasha Mitchell doesn't. He beats the crap out of him at the end, but he doesn't kill him. And yeah, it says the film was not well received by critics. Well, it's not a movie for critics. The first one wasn't a movie for critics. But the thing is, it's not horrible. It's just, it doesn't feel like a kickboxer movie. It feels like a Rambo clone, or just with human trafficking in Brazil. And the kid is okay. His sister's all right. Um, David Sloan, Dennis Chan is always fun to watch as Jean Chow, the Mr. Chow from the first two movies. Sasha Mitchell's fine. He's a decent lead. The Brazil Brazil, the location is nice to look at. Don't really care for their language, Portuguese. I have to read subtitles. That's kind of just there. And the film, it says Sasha Mitchell was extremely difficult with frequent temper tantrums and even threats of violence. I'm like, well, this was a time that he was having a lot of some personal issues, so I don't blame him for this movie. And also, yeah, the film, yeah, like I said, it's only 80. It's only 92 minutes long, but there's some padding. Like in the middle, there's a lot of talking, and there's some there's some scenes in a discoteca, in a club where it goes nowhere. It's just a bunch of women dancing. It's not much, and it doesn't really feel like an R film. It feels more like a PG-13. Just the only thing that they did that's an R is basically some of the violence and the drug trafficking. I mean, the human trafficking. That's all, because it's not. There's no nudity in the movie. Mainly, there's no sexuality. Harry Manfredini did the score. He did a good job with the score. I think he did some of the Friday the 13th movies uh, score. He did the first seven movies. Yeah, he did the first seven movies, and then he did Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. Yeah, so he did most of the music for that. He's a good composer. Uh, but like I said, the film is it's okay. Like if you want to kill an hour and 32 minutes, it's fine to see once. I do have to see it again, no, because it's not like the first two films. I can watch it, but I'd rather watch the first film with Van Damme. That's a really good movie. One of his first feature films. It was his third feature film, and the second one, at least, other than killing off Van Damme's character, it was good to see a different take on the franchise, and it was in America, so it was more grounded. This one just feels a little bit, I don't know, off-putting. It's worth a one watch, but is it good? No, it's just okay. I think it's a meh kind of a film. I first thought that when I saw the movie back in 2010 or 11, whenever I bought this, but it's okay for what it is. I think four is way better. I'm gonna get to that one tomorrow, hopefully. Four is more, it's more action packed. It's faster paced. It doesn't slow down, and I think it's about as long. Let me see. 4 is a little bit better, definitely. It got a higher rating, and it's about 90 minutes. It's 2 minutes shorter, and also it brings back a villain from the first two films, which is a nice return to form. And that's the last. It's also the last one directed by Albert Puing, or whatever his name is. P. He did Nemesis, I believe. Yeah, and Doll Man. He's a decent director. Sometimes he does horrible things, but it's because of the writers that he has. Here, I just thought the writing was, okay. It was just there. It wasn't like I love the movie. Now the second one, now the fourth one, I think that's a huge step up, and I'll review that next time. So, Kickboxer 3: The Art of War. It's generic, but it's okay. For a watch, it's not the worst thing ever. And you finally wanted to know my thoughts on it. I think it's all right. Like it's not. I think Fast Five is a better movie in Brazil, and I'm not the biggest fan of that place, but at least it has some nice views, and the women are attractive, and I guess it's better than certain other places that I've been to. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this has satisfied your my thoughts on Kickboxer, because I've seen only the first 5 movies. I'm not reviewing any past the fifth one because I have no interest. But thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next review.